What's up YouTube? It's NG, the NeonX, and I'm back. Today I'm into tweaks and additions for the Surface Duo. As you all know that I'm constantly trying to enhance the experience, or my personal experience with the device by searching Reddit and the internet and XDA for little enhancements, apps, some features that I may not know about to increase the, like I said, the usability of the device. And as I come across them, I like to share them with you guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the Duo is a futuristic looking device, and as such, you know, you want it to be as unique to you as it is to the rest of the smartphone world. Now, I frequent Reddit and XDA very often to see what new things are being worked on in the realm of the Surface Duo. Apps outside of the Play Store, things that people who know how these things work have been trying to push to the device to enhance the experience. Now, this one thing that I found, it's not particularly new. I think I had it on a much older device, but it was brought to my attention that it works very well on the Duo. Now, it doesn't do anything in particular to enhance how you use it, but it does enhance the overall experience, and that is this guy here, the fish. This little fish swims in the dark black background of your device all over it, and it just looks really nice with this, again, black background and this dual screen. Like he can swim from screen to screen, from one to the other. It really just makes the device appear to be a void, and this fish just swims through the void of all of your info. This particular app that I found a few with these live backgrounds. There's this one, and I'll show you another one soon. But this one is just called Beta. I think that's what, yeah. And they offer more than just fish. You can have like a whole aquarium background with different types of a fish. It shows you the type of a fish that you're going to make. If you go into the settings, you can upgrade where they give you more fish to choose from and way more options. Like here, you can change the look of the fish, the color, the light that reflects off of them, the type of scales. You can randomize the fish if you want. Change the size of it. You can put up blocks so it doesn't leave any particular screen. Change the particles. There's a lot of things you can do. It does use the gyroscope. So when both of these screens are on and I move the phone around, it does look like you can actually scroll around the fish and he'll stay where he is while the phone moves. So it's a nice little visual effect to already add to the futuristic look of the Duo. Have this solid black background and this very three-dimensional fish going into and out of the foreground and background, giving that illusion of depth to your device. So I found it really nice. I've had it running in the background for a few days now. My battery hasn't taken a big hit with this constant movement in the background. I mean, I'm sure that I get less of a charge because this thing is constantly going all of the time, but it's not significant enough to make me want to not have this guy in the background all of the time. The phone still gets me through a full day of doing what I do. And by the time I'm ready to plug it up at night, it still has a decent amount of charge left. If the fish isn't for you, I did get one more that I thought looked quite nice. If I can just find it here. Here we go. Now, you know that just because of the type of device that it is just something that you have to do. Matrix. The Matrix was the future when we saw it all those years ago. It was the digital world within our own world. And again, that's kind of what the Duo itself is trying to bring forth. A new era of digital computing, of portable computing at that, and have the Matrix code going in the background. Again, this adds to enhance that whole aesthetic that the Duo does bring forth. So whether you go with the Matrix background, which looks wonderful on both of those screens, even when you turn it off, they're still really nice. Even if you go into the peak mode, you can still see the code flowing down. So it's just a nice little effect. Again, does not enhance your workflow, but it looks damn pretty on the Duo. Alright, so first thing that I found, and it's something that I didn't find, but it's something that I forgot to mention in the previous post that I did. The peak mode. Now, if you just got this device, and I know there are a few of you out there who recently made the Surface Duo jump, when you open it to get to see your peak mode, it's actually nothing there. You don't see the little apps that have a notification. All you see is the time and the lock screen. But if you go into your settings, there is a way, as I just showed you, to have the peak mode enabled, and it'll as you peek in, it gives you a little notification image of what has sent you a notification. Now, to get this done, you enter into your Duo, go to the settings menu, then you go down to display right here. Now in display, you go down to lock screen and display, and you turn off this little guy right here. This little guy right here. New notifications, red screen when you receive notification. Now, with that off, and I think this one too, but that might already be off. When you turn off those, me personally, I reset the device so everything could, start up fresh. But once you do, you get your little peek at what is in your notification area. If it's something you feel you need to respond to, you go from there. But that's how you get to the peak mode. And you can see on your other screen, it will still have them on this side. There will be more. I think this is the three most recent. All right, so peak mode. It's been around for a while. I personally just forgot to tell you guys about it. So I'm sure most of you already know. But for those who don't, who happen to be joining me on this channel for the first time, peak mode is one of the first things most of you might want to do. It's shown in all of the advertisements for the device and the pictures. So you may be wondering why your Duo can do it. Now you know how it can. Now, I haven't planned to make this video just yet. There were a few more things I was trying to get and work on and see exactly how they would work with the Duo. But a few hours ago, actually last night, it came to my attention that one of the apps I had been waiting for to try with this had finally dropped a working version. And that app, my friends, is the GCAM, or in this case they call it Camera Go. Now, everyone complains that the Duo's cameras are not good, and they would not be lying. They're not the best cameras out there whatsoever. It's the one front-facing, I don't even remember how many megapixels, but in this day and age, the megapixels don't really matter when it comes to the camera. So something like the Pixel doesn't rely on megapixels, it relies on the AI camera tech to take those really great pics. So what the GCAM is, for those who don't know, is they pretty much took the cameras from the Pixel phones. I'm not sure which camera this GCAM is from, which Pixel. But they found a way to grab the camera from the Pixel phones and upload the software to other Android devices. So this, in essence, gives you a Pixel cam on your Surface Duo. Now, I'm no camera expert. For me personally, I just need a good camera to work. But I can say from the short time I've used the GCAM, the pictures are better. At least to me, they're a little more clear. I guess that's what the HDR, the dynamic range, all of these terms that they tend to throw around a lot. Not really, for me, I don't know exactly how to pinpoint the dynamic range of a picture and all of that. To me, the picture just looks like it's a clearer picture. The camera took a better picture with the GCAM as opposed to the stock cam. Now, the one thing that I can say works, because I tried this myself, is night cam. Now, this is it with no night cam whatsoever. And that's it with night cam. The night camera mode works great. Complete darkness in the room, and then it pulls light from somewhere, and it just knows where to put what, and you have a night shot. Now, the Surface Cam does not have that option at all. There is no night shot, there's none of that. It's a decent camera for Zoom calls and portraits every now and then. If you need a camera, you have one there. But things like the night shot and all of that were not present or are not present right now in the Surface camera. So even if people may not think that the two cameras take different types of pictures, they might not see the difference in quality in those pictures, they cannot argue that at least with this camera you do get a night shot, and that alone to me would be reason to switch to the GCAM camera over the Surface Duo camera, because it still gives you your portrait mode, and to me it's a better portrait mode than the stock. Maybe it's just me, maybe it isn't, but let's take the same picture again. And there you have it. You can see for yourself which picture you think is better. Now, one thing I do see with the Surface Cam, you can move the slider around to set the blur in the background before you take the image. And there is a portrait shot with the surface camera. Then if we go back into the GCAM, you can look for yourself if you think it's a better one. Let's just look at that one. And because we do have a Duo, we can set them side by side. And you can look for yourself which one you think took the better picture. This is the surface camera. That's the G camera. Some might see a difference, some might not. To each their own. But like I said, if nothing else may persuade you to at least try the GCAM, it's the fact that it has night shot. That's one thing the surface camera does not have. So I'll leave the link to the GCAM in the somewhere below in the description. As always, these things are free. Feel free to try it out. If it's not for you, simply uninstall. Now, in my pursuit again to make the Duo all it can be, to be the ultimate portable productivity device, I'm constantly trying to find a good portable keyboard. The last time I showed you a folding Bluetooth keyboard with trackpad, which worked for the most part. The only issue was the trackpad itself didn't actually allow me to manipulate apps on screen, to slide them over and such. So it didn't work that well for me because I need to be able to move things and easily slide through my Word documents and all of that. The trackpad just wasn't up to par. So I went back online and I came across a keyboard that I had seen before, but it didn't stick with me till I thought about the potential this device may have when combined with the Surface Duo out and about. And that device is this right here. Believe it or not, and I'm sure if you are into the tech world at all, you may know what this is. This is a Brookstone holographic keyboard. Now, I don't need to tell you. Just knowing that this little thing can fit on my keychain, so I'm never without a keyboard when I want it. And it's white, so it kind of matches the aesthetic of the Surface Duo. Futuristic keyboard, futuristic device, they just seem to go hand in hand. This is my experience with it. So I'm here waiting for my pizza order, and I figure why not give this new guy a try, out in the open, out in public, see how well this holographic keyboard for my Surface Duo works. Now, the main thing that drew me to this device, besides its futuristic execution, are the possible applications that something like this could have. First and foremost, it fits on my keychain. Small enough that wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, it's not something extra to take along. As long as it's on my keys, or as long as I don't leave my keys, I'll always have it. Second of all, it actually works. So wherever I am, whatever I am doing, if I don't have much space to do it, something like this just makes it that much easier for it to get done. I actually have the ability to just type up some nonsense here. Let's put this here. Alright. Space button. To type things up on the little counter that I'm on here. Let's see, now, I don't type particularly fast, so for someone like me, something like this works out pretty well. I'm able to type up, I'm able to easily erase. There is an audio cue that lets me know when my finger is actually touching the right button. So it's actually pretty impressive for such old technology. And when combined with something like the Surface Duo, it just seems to make sense. Now, as I said before, if you type 100 words a minute, this is going to be way too slow for you. But if you're an average typer like me, and in all honesty, for as much as I type, I should type faster than I do. This works out great. And the fact that, oh, it's falling asleep, I can pull this out pretty much anywhere, as long as I have a hard surface, because I did try this with my softer mouse pad, and it wouldn't reverse the key taps. But for what it is, this little holographic keyboard device gets the job done, especially in a pinch. If you don't expect to have to type out 1,000+ word essays, you just want to respond to some short emails, or in my case, continue writing my book here, to just pull this off of my keychain and just type something out works pretty well. So, with that said, the Surface Duo and my continued look to do the Duo 1 better. My name is NG, the Neon X, and the Surface Duo and the Brookstone holographic keyboard. This is what I'm into.